Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a fun Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a fun Power Rangers Beast Morphers video today. Sort of a fun theory video, thought exercise. I did a sort of similar video once before on the idea of Ben and Betty becoming Rangers based on other Rangers we knew from Go Busters. But I've seen this topic actually come up quite a bit in some of my recent Beast Morphers Season 2 videos of like the toys and stuff about the idea of Season 2 giving us some original Rangers, and I wanted to think about what's possible with that. Do I think that would happen, and in what form? I mean, I would love it to happen. I always love when we do original stuff and use more stuff and get opportunities for more characters and Rangers. And we have a solid handful of options for Beast Morphers Season 2. I mean, you do have the Dobutsu Go Busters, Green Ranger, and Black Ranger suits. If you're not familiar with that movie, I highly recommend it. If you're any way familiar with Sentai, it's honestly one of my favorite Sentai versus movies. It's like Go Busters versus themselves, because Go Busters was a very different take on sort of Sentai tropes, and it was a little bit more focused. And they did a team up with basically a version of themselves. If like, what if Go Busters was a basic bench Sentai with all the tropes and nonsense? And it really made fun of that, and it was fun. And in addition to these unique suits with the kind of black visors and stuff like that, we got two original suits which were very obviously repurposed main suits, but it was like Black Puma and Green Hippopotamus. Damn, you gave him the easy ones! Those two have been talked about for a while, and that was when I talked about that Ben and Betty theory video. So those are possible because the suits exist. I feel like those are kind of on the fence whether they'd want to use them or not. I could actually see Black Puma being used for like a 1 or 2 off, like, prototype suit or something. That could honestly be pretty cool. Or maybe like repurpose it slightly and it could be what Blaze becomes after his ultimate redemption or something, but that one looks more serious, if you know what I mean. So I think that could be cool. Hippopotamus does look a little bit more like a joke, but if it were used, I could see it being used as either like, what if Ben and Betty got a one-off Ranger suit? Like they just crafted together a one-time use suit and it was sort of used as like a serious but yet comedic bit. Or it could be used as a dream sequence a la Boom, Orange Ranger. So I don't think it's impossible. Like, I'm always worried about now saying I don't think something's gonna happen so certainly, given the fact that we're in Go Busters and we're about to hit year 2 of the Go Busters adaptation, and I'm still shocked that we're getting it. But I don't think those are outside the realm since we have the suits and we could potentially use them. I see it as a little bit unlikely given the context, but maybe more likely than some things given that there is already a precedent for it. Another option, of course, is the Orange Ranger suit from the Make-A-Wish Foundation thing. Now this I would really like to see because I think it would be cool for the kid, and I really dig the suit. I like Orange Rangers in general, but I think it's a cool suit. And the only thing that gives me apprehension about it is like, I'm not sure if the timeline would work. Because I feel like when this happened, when we saw the suit and the comic cover, the show was already at least almost done. So I'm not sure if it was enough notice to include it. But again, I'm not like a professional. I don't have any inside info or anything, so I can't say for sure. Like, for all I know, they decided on this way back when and already incorporated it in the show. Like I said, never say never. But it just feels like the timeline, based on what we know as the public, it seems unlikely that it would be able to make it in this season because of when the actual Make-A-Wish thing was announced and was shown, and when Beast Morphers production was happening and what they would have had to done. So I think that's unlikely just personally based on that knowledge. But again, I don't know everything about the ins and outs of that, and I would love for it to happen. I think I would love it more than Green and Black because I think it's a cooler suit just on that level. At the very least, I think it would be cool for that to appear in a comic story in the future, whether it's kind of a one-off story or an annual one-off or a cameo. Have something be done with that. I think that would be really cool. And then of course, like, the other option is a totally original suit. Lots of people, which is part of the reason I thought about making this video again, was lots of people have brought up either the suggestion or the question of, should there be a original Ranger based off of the Beast X King Zord, aka Tatsugami Liao, which would likely be a bluish gold Ranger lion suit, which I think would be very cool. In fact, as much as I'd like to see the Orange Ranger suit for many reasons, that would almost be my #1 option, because more than anything, I love original creations not tethered to the Sentai, and I get those, you know, vibes that I love from the Spirit Rangers and even the ones we didn't use in the show, but the Train Rangers from RPM. And so I would love that. I think Lion would be the perfect thing to base it off of, but anything based off of that. And another option that's kind of been brought up is like, what if Blaze and Roxy got their own unique purified Ranger suits? That could be kind of cool too. Find that kind of unlikely, but I think that would be really neat to see. I would love to see that, especially. I think that would be my top option. I don't know how likely it is since we haven't really seen or heard anything, but any surprises are possible. But just purely on the idea of, you know, dreaming to dream, I think that would be cool. And when I was thinking about this video, I was thinking it would be really cool if we did get some sort of original Ranger in every second season, if we're going to continue that, because the 6 Rangers appear so early now. Their sort of specialties worn off. Like, they've been appearing earlier in Sentai in general, and then with Power Rangers, now of course they're going to appear even earlier, and then even earlier than that because they appear in the first half of the first season, so it's like a quarter away through the series run. So it would be cool to have a new Ranger to look forward to in the second season, especially an original creation. I think that would be really cool. And there's also the possibility, I wonder if they'll ever use those Dobutsu visor suits for something. That could be kind of cool too. After all, they're just basically the helmets and they're already there in some form, or at least the idea is already there. But what do you guys think? Do you want to see an original Ranger or original Rangers for Beast Morphers, and what would you like to see that being? The Orange Ranger, the Dobutsu suits, something totally original? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get notifications for our videos. Until next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.